Welcome back, everyone. If you are a non-TAMMA family, you're hearing this after the election. This is being recorded before on October 30th, and the release date will be probably on November 7th. So maybe we know who won, maybe we don't. But what I wanted to do is provide a sense of what I'm doing for the TAMMA families that I work with from a portfolio management standpoint. And I think it bears repeating that sometimes the best thing to do from a portfolio management standpoint is nothing. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do is nothing because you think, oh, I need to be active. I need to be active. But at the end of the day, we really have no idea who's going to win the election. And even if we did, we don't necessarily know like what the outcomes of that will even mean. I know that you probably will see in mainstream media, on social media channels, if Trump wins, then these stocks should rally. If Harris wins, then these stocks should rally. Well, I like to go back to 2016 when Trump won, and everybody thought that, when I say everybody, most political pundits, most financial pundits, thought that the energy markets would take off because Trump was big on fracking and oil production and new drilling, all of that. And what did we see? We saw energy stocks decline. So that's just one example. And I'm not picking on Republicans because you could say the same thing about Democrats. Again, I try to keep a very bilateral approach when it comes to portfolio management decisions. It doesn't matter necessarily who's in the White House, whether it's a Republican or Democrat. It's time in the market that really counts. And I've showed that graph before. And if you haven't listened to that episode, I'll put a link in the show notes to see it, especially on a YouTube channel, because you can actually see the graphs. But what I've been doing from a portfolio management standpoint is basically keeping a low profile. Not to mention that we're in the heart of earnings season right now, where corporations are reporting their Q3 results. And again, sometimes it's better just to do nothing. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. I'm watching earnings reports. I'm following company reports. And right now, it's really a mixed bag because companies within the same industry can be telling two different stories. One could be doing really well because their company is actually executing at a high level, while another company doing something very similar is not, and their stock is paying the price. So it's a matter of, okay, well, which one is it? Is the economy, is the consumer doing well, or aren't they? And you really have to go really deep into some of these companies. You can't just look at things from a high level macroeconomic view all the time. While having a macroeconomic view does help, don't get me wrong, I have my own ideas on where the economy is going, where we're heading with interest rates, the job market, inflation. But to make singular bets on those types of decisions usually leads to underperformance and not supporting your long-term plan. Even for families I work with that are already in retirement, it's not that they're all out of the stock market. The stock market holding equity positions have been one of the greatest inflation hedges of all time. As prices are going up, usually companies are raising their prices and their stock price is going up. Some do that better than others. But my point is making singular bets on macroeconomic data is a surefire way to fall short of achieving your long-term plan. So as the country settles this out as to who wins or who loses the election, again, it's not necessarily who's in the White House that's going to dictate the next 4 years of economic progress or potential decline or stock market gains or losses. It's always about fundamental research, which is what I do, with a twist of technical analysis for you, for those of you that know what that means. But it's really a hybrid approach that I follow. But it's having, again, an economic viewpoint, but really more importantly, company specific views on what they're doing, on what they're trying to achieve, and are they getting their job done. So with all that said, I just want to remind everybody that this too will pass. The emotions will settle back down, and we'll be able to focus once again on what's important for us. What's our individual purpose of what we're trying to achieve, how we're trying to support our family, and how's the best way, or what the best way is to achieve that through various investments, through our savings plans, and even through our spending plans as well. So with that said, I hope everybody enjoys the election and we have a clear winner here sooner rather than later. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.